Hell in a Cell WWE 2019. Yeah, as you can obviously tell, I'm not happy. I'm not. Um, just give y'all a brief understanding of what it's been like, so I'm really disappointed. Past uh, 2 days, been working. Yesterday I opened and closed at my job, which means I worked 8 hours straight, good old 9 to 5, and then some because something happened. And I had to do, it wasn't my fault, but I had to work. I had to kind of help out and kind of try to solve the issue. So then today I have to come in at 8 o'clock. I get off at 1, but I'm like, hey, you know what? Hell in the Cell comes on today. They only got 4 matches announced, so should be some crazy stuff that happens, I suppose. And I'm not even kidding. All the other matches except the main event, I actually kind of liked. I was kind of disappointed when, Bayley lost the championship to Sasha. Not Sasha, she lost it to Charlotte. I was kind of disappointed when Sasha lost to Becky. But Sasha versus Becky was the match of the night, in my opinion. And, you know, arguably, some would say Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper was the best match of the night. Both those matches were really good, in my opinion, and, I really enjoyed it. I'm sitting here chilling, ordered a pizza, watching it. Everything's going great. Everything's cool. And as you can see, I don't have any gameplay because I just want to get this out of the way because I don't even really want to talk about this pay-per-view because it was just so annoying to me. The reason why it was annoying is because last year, not only because of, the work and then being disappointed, last year they had this finish where they had Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman at Hell in a Cell. And as much as I wanted Braun Strowman to win, part of me thought Roman Reigns was going to win. I was like, you know what, man, let's just see what happens. Hell in a Cell, here we go. They fight. It's brutal. They try to destroy each other, whatever. It's just a fun match, you know what I mean? And then Brock Lesnar comes out, breaks down the cell door, and it ends in disqualification. How does a Hell in a Cell end in disqualification match? Nobody in the audience, I don't care who you are. You can try to defend as much as you want. I don't give a flying fuck. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. So this year, you're thinking, well, last year was disappointing. They had the no finish, no contest. Seth beat Brock Lesnar twice. How is he going to lose to The Fiend? The Fiend's just got here, so he can't lose. So maybe Seth will just, Fiend will look really strong if he just beats Seth Rollins. No. No, man, we can't have Seth Rollins looking weak. If you lose to someone who's supposed to be dominant, a monster, a killer, a freaking psychopath, if you lose to them, how are you weak? How does that even work? Ever since becoming a Fiend, Bray Wyatt hasn't lost a single match. He's been on fire. Fans are behind him. They pop for a freaking children's show that's not really a children's show. They pop for that. When that theme hits, everyone's like, oh my God! And then they have the match, Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. And it's got the red lighting. I'm like, this is new. All right. And I was like, it's kind of weird that they have this red lighting. What are they going to do? They fight each other. It's crazy. Good match. Fiend keeps getting up from everything that Seth Rollins throws at him. Frost goes to the table. He just gets up. Curb stomps. He just kicks out of them. And then when he kept using the curb stomps, I was like, I know exactly where this is going. And I don't like it. I was like, this is going to end either Seth just straight up winning and Fiend just not doing anything, or it's going to be a no contest because the ref's going to stop it. What I wanted to happen, what I was hoping would happen is this. So, when Seth had the chair and he was standing over the Fiend, I was like, he's going to swing at him, and the Fiend is going to catch him with the mandible claw, and then beat him like that. That would have been sick, in my opinion. I think that would have been dope. And he just beats him with submission. And it's funny, because I looked at the Twitter, and it said, how do you think the Fiend, Seth Rollins versus Fiend match is going to end at Hell in a Cell? And the majority of people said disqualification. The majority of people predicted that it would end disqualification on Twitter. And it did. It ended on disqualification. In a Hell in a Cell, no disqualification match. It doesn't make sense. And you could probably say, well, it wasn't disqualification. It was a no contest. It was different. No, it wasn't different. It was stupid. You can call it something else. It's still fucking dumb. Like, sometimes, and they'll never get this. They will never fucking get this. On NXT, they get it somehow. But on Raw and SmackDown, they don't understand that, hey, you can just lose sometimes. Wow. Isn't that crazy that you could just lose a match? What the Come on, man. Like Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton at SummerSlam ended on DQ. People were pissed about that. They didn't like that. Match should have just been restarted. It's pay-per-view. It's pay-per-view. People are paying to watch your fucking content, and you give them this? This is like spitting in somebody's mouth for giving you a quarter. Like, imagine if you gave some money to a homeless man, and he threw shit at you, threw his feces at you, and then ran away laughing. That's basically what this is. And the whole show wasn't even bad. It wasn't even bad. But you got to keep in mind that the last thing that happens will be the last thing you remember. I did the psychology. No, I didn't do it. The teacher did it. My psychology teacher in high school did this experiment where he listed off a bunch of different words. And he noted that the majority of people in the classroom memorized the first few words and the last few words. So what that tells us is, in the situation that takes, a certain interval of time, you're most likely going to remember the events that happened the earliest, clear, and the events that happened last very clearly. But you won't remember the events in the middle as well. Like, Asuka using the green mist was cool. Randy Orton versus Ali was alright. You know what I mean? I wish there were more championship matches on this card, but there wasn't. Okay, whatever. I mean, I guess it makes Clash Champions feel special. Whatever. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan's match against Eric Rowan and Luke Harper was great. And I keep saying these matches were great. And the reason I keep saying it is because I'm trying to forget that ending was so dumb. First off, he introduced a mallet and didn't use it. What was the point of that? Why did you overuse the curve stomp? You just buried Seth's finisher. You know what they could have just done? He could have kept going for the stomp and just never hitting it. And he keeps going for it. So now Seth is under the impression that if he hits the stump, Bray Wyatt isn't going to kick out of it. The Fiend isn't going to kick out of the stump if I catch him with it. And that's why he keeps dodging. And then he goes for the curve stump and he finally hits it and the Fiend kicks out at one. And Seth is like, what the hell is going on? And Fiend starts to get up. Seth hits a super kick, bounces off the ropes, goes for another curve stump. Fiend dodges, kick to the gut. Pedigree goes for another curve stump. Fiend catches him with the Mandible Claw and beats him. How can I book a better finish than WWE? That shouldn't be possible. I shouldn't be able to do that. They're professionals. And yet I can do it. Because these morons, they just actively, someone in that company is waking up every day. And it's easy to say it's Vince. But somebody in that company is waking up every day and just being like, damn, let's do this. This is just a great idea. What do you guys think? And everyone's just like, another day in the office. Yeah, okay. I just want to go home, be with my kids, whatever. It's like they just don't care. It seems like in this capitalistic society that we live in, and I shouldn't be talking about politics because I'm not that well versed in them. It seems like, though, the people at the top care more about the money they make, and they should to an extent, than they care about the product. They care more about the money than the product. If you notice, people on YouTube that are successful, there's people who have the same thing they do over and over, and there's people who sit back and they edit everything, they bring the energy, they try to do whatever they can to make their product good, and then they're still successful. So there's two ways you can do things, And I guess that they're choosing the easier one. I'm trying to get into their mind and set and try to think about it. And I can't get it. I'm just, I'm just annoyed, alright, man. I'm sorry that this video is probably kind of garbage because it's like nothing to it, really. It's just me being pissed, I suppose. But what else can I do? I can't even be happy. I'm not even kidding. I was ready to just do this tomorrow. I was like, you know what, man, this show's pretty good. I'll wake up in the morning tomorrow, do my review and prediction shit. Everything's cool. No, no, man. Come on, dude. The Fiend could have just won. Could have just won. You saw how Becky just beat Sasha? Where do they go next? Let's find out. Why can't they do that with the main event? It's the main event. It's the main event. At the very least, don't have that be the main event. If you're gonna do a finish like that, don't make it the main event. I don't know who keeps saying no contest is a good idea to end a show. I don't know who keeps saying that. Somebody in the back keeps going, guys, listen. If we ended in a no contest, they'll love it. No, they won't. I have never seen once where the fans were happy about a no contest. Me personally, maybe someone else has. I've never seen it. So I don't know why they keep doing it. I don't know why. And I've seen every pay-per-view in WWE, even the ones that I despise, like Crown Jewel shit. I've seen every single one of them since, what, 2015, 2016? I've been seeing all of them since John Cena versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, whatever year that was. I've seen every single one. And never once has anyone ever liked a no contest, dude. That's all I gotta say about that.